Hello everyone, this is Pat Rainville with our daily Oracle card reading and message for Saturday, the 13th of April, 2013. It's Saturday, so Saturday is the day that I call on the fairies. It's Fairy Day, and I'll be using the magical messages from the Fairies Oracle card deck. And today, as I meditated and tuned in, I was also guided to pull out the Mother Mary, or Mary Queen of Angels Oracle cards. So, and which I thought was interesting because I know really May is more of a month when we think of, um, as being associated with Mother's Day and things like that. But I go with what comes up when I ask and meditate, and when those, something like that comes up, the guidance to go to a card deck like those, I know there's a special message that probably needs to come out. So I trust in that, as a lot of us readers do when we go with what we're guided to use. Because I was thinking about using a different deck today, and then I was guided to go to that one. So let's start off by seeing what the fairies' message is for us today as we go into our weekend. What do they wish us to know? Okay. Aha. This card says business venture, and it says trust and follow through on a new business idea or career opportunity. I know this message is partially for me. Well, I know what it means for me anyways. And sometimes that happens with us readers. We get cards that we look at it and we say, oh, that message is for me. But it's not just for us, it's for other people as well. Because a lot of us are going through very similar types of things. So this definitely speaks to someone, if you've gotten a new idea about either something to do for your business or a new idea about going into business. So it's, or a new aspect of it or something like that. It's urging you to trust it and follow through on it, okay? As we, sometimes we get ideas and it's like, oh yeah, that's a cool idea. And then as we think about it some more, sometimes we're like, okay, maybe we get a little bit intimidated by the prospect. But this card is a confirmation. And what I love about this card is it's like the elves and gnomes, and they're carrying gold coins, which always says to me that there's real tangible money. It's kind of an answer to that prayer for you if you've been looking to earn more money for yourself, because it just indicates that there is definitely profitability for you. And what may be good about it is that it solves both sides of the issue for you. It's something that you love to do, and it helps you to earn money, because we all want to earn money doing what we love, don't we? And it may allow you to break out of just some area that you're ready to move on from. So listen to it. And it says, or career opportunity. So it may in fact also indicate that there is a potential career opportunity for you opening up, maybe something that was offered to you, or a new position that's available for you to put in for. And so it definitely speaks to that. There's a lot of newness coming in with this new moon right now. And we're attracting opportunities that, if we've been following the guidance lately, which has been to keep your thoughts positive, as often happens when we get the 111 cards and the watch your thoughts cards, like we did from the fairies, the mermaids earlier in the week, as we're paying attention to what we desire for ourselves and following what is true for us and what feels joyful, we attract in these new opportunities. And the universe likes speed, as they said in The Secret, so it's important to follow through on them and take them as they come along, or at least look into the possibility. So anyway, that's what that card message indicates to us today. And let me see if there's any other additional information around it or additional messages for people out there. The message in the book says you've been seeking a career change and you desire self-employment. So for some people, this speaks specifically to that. and it signifies that your recent business ideas are valid and that you can trust your intuition with respect to your career. So you'll either get a new job or promotion, some other career opportunity, and just make sure you've meditated on what your true desire is. So, and it's really to trust your gut feelings about it. So trust your intuition about it. Okay. Now let's see what the Mary Queen of Angels cards, what their message was for us. Okay. And when I work with this card deck, and anytime I felt like, a Mother Mary type message come in, there's always a great deal of love and nurturing around it. Okay, there is a card that's dropped out. What did they wish us to know? Okay. All right. There's two cards that have come out here, and one is present moment, and it says, I am fully present in the here and now. And the other is just mother. And it says, I open my heart to my mother's humanness and her divinity. And each of these pictures, and I actually think almost every card in this card deck, has the depiction of a mother and child, or an infant of some kind. Now, again, it's a little bit early. Usually we think of May as the Mother's Day, the time when we remember our mothers, whether they're living or deceased. For some, I feel like this may have to do with a birthday that is connected to your mother, that is, coming up or is around now. And this message of I'm fully present in the here and now really has to do with, instead of, really being in the moment of, if you are a mother, being a mother, and, the enjoyment of your kids and what you have. It's kind of like a gratitude thing, but it's, moving away from having, a judgment about it in terms of, what you think your life should look like, or it's just really being in the enjoyment of the present moment. And, I feel like it has to do, for some of you who do have newborn children, having that bonding moment with them and, with the children that are around you. It's not about, I want to say reminiscing, or, sometimes we get into those moments where like, oh yeah, remember when this, remember then that was so awesome, And when we remember days gone by and how wonderful they were, it's because in those days gone by, we were in the present moment, enjoying those things to the fullest. And it's encouraging you to do that now. In fact, what's coming to mind is that song by Bruce Springsteen, Glory Days, where he talks about someone who all they ever do is talk about the glory days. And, but the glory days are the glory days because we're fully in the present moment. And we can, bring that. It's urging us to kind of be there with it now. And the mother card I do feel has also to do with a bit of nurturing of yourself. There may be a need within you to, I want to say mother yourself a bit. Be that mother to yourself, as you would give to a child that was in need of it, that comforting, that nourishing, that gentleness, those types of qualities. It says, I open my heart to my mother's humanness and her divinity. And now, I spoke a moment ago how this may have to do with, a birthday. I felt like it had to do with a birthday, having to do with a mother. And it speaks to in some ways healing, because if you had some issues with your mom, or you do have them currently, it's sort of a message about how to work with and heal that. So I opened my eyes to my mother's humanness and her divinity, and it's about remembering that we all are part of spirit, and that even though in our humanness, there are behaviors and attitudes and experiences that seem counter to that, there is a spark of the divine within each of us. And it speaks a bit to remembering that. And it's about remembering some of the positive qualities that your mother or the mother in you expresses. And we all have them, even though at times they may seem very hidden. Or we may not be able to see them in ourselves, but they are there. Now, it seems this is kind of a funky energy today, because on one hand we have this fairies who are saying, yeah, follow through on this new business idea. And we have all these, mother-related cards that speak to being in the present moment. And I feel like in some ways it certainly speaks to being loving to yourself and nurturing to yourself during this time. And remember being in this present moment, because it is a very magical time, and it sort of represents the birth of something new. Okay, new within you, maybe something new that you're presenting to the world, which very much may be related to this business venture or idea. Okay, maybe you're doing something that is, there's a new business idea that you have that's specifically geared to mothers, or especially mothers of young children, something along those lines. So it's, it's sort of, on one hand, a strange eclectic mix of messages, but on the other hand, in some ways, it can very much, be in sync. It sort of speaks to us on a personal level, but yet in a very practical way as well. Yeah. So, anyways, I'll leave you with those messages today. And as I get, sometimes I get hits on some of the cards and the messages later on. And if I do so, I'll definitely come back and leave an additional message around it. But those are the messages that I get for some of you today. I hope these resonate with you. I want to say welcome and thanks to all the new subscribers. And I thank you to all those who left comments about me being in the video the other day. It's so nice to see that. I did do that for a change of pace and because I was in a little bit of a hurry, but it's so nice to see that you have very positive feelings about it and seeing me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So anyways, have a lovely Saturday, and I look forward to speaking with you again very soon. Take care, everyone.